official in terms of the final. The blue ball weighed in at 58.8. He's 30, stunts 5-5. He fights out of Roughhouse Hills from Nottingham, Jack Young. And his opponent, by now the red corner, weighed in at 59. He's 30, stunts 5-5. He fights out of Ayrshire Fight Academy and hails from so-called Iain Postlethwaite. Your referee, Mr. Nico Joker.
Cage door closing, Brad, on our first of 4 pro contests. This in the flyweight division. Jack Young fighting out of the blue corner in the black clinch gear shorts, representing the Rough House as he takes on Ayrshire Fight Academy's Iain Postlethwaite in the black shorts trimmed with the pink. We're at the business end now, Brad.
We certainly are. Brad Wharton and Steve Cook Abbott, privileged to call the action this evening at BMF MMA number 2. If you have been joining us all night on the live stream, of course, pro rules, that means elbows, that means twisting locks, neck cracks, all legal now, and of course, 3 5-minute rounds rather than 3-minute rounds.
So Jack Young, 3 and 4, I believe. His opponent, a little more experience.
Beautiful catch of the kick there. Gets the trip, avoids the armbar attempt. Going for the knee now here is Iain Postlethwaite.
Trying to lace up that leg.
Beautiful work to clear the knee there. Turn your back, bend the leg, pull through, twist back, and you're back in control again.
Tried to throw the legs to the side there, but Postlethwaite.
You've got to be careful of jumping into the guard of a guy like Postlethwaite, because he's obviously got that tendency to snap submissions on quite quickly.
Trying to step over there is Jack. Nice, steps over, but a beautiful roll.
Into full mount here.
Oh,
nice
it's a big shot.
Postlethwaite. Great scramble though here from Jack.
Oh, and turns him. And I think that one shot bloodied up Jack Young. But
I don't know if he maybe banged his head on the floor then as well when he came down. I'm not sure. I mean, it was a meaty thump they both hit the mat with, but yeah, Jack Young bloodied up here from the nose. Not the kind of injury that's going to end the fight, but very much could affect his breathing as the fight wears on.
Absolutely. Is that a cut on the head of?
No, I think it's just the blood dripping down. Oh, huge up kick. Great work from Postlethwaite there. Very good accuracy.
Jack Young trying to stay heavy on top. A little bit of blood already.
You know, we do see that in the pro rules with the elbows. The cuts are open much more easily. That's why we don't have them in the amateur rule sets. We're trying to keep these kids safe and able to compete as often as possible, but obviously the professionals know what they're getting into, and they're fighting under this pro rule set, and they're ready, willing, and able to use those weapons.
Jack Young trying to slice open that closed, very tight half guard.
What's a bit of plasma between friends?
Hey, absolutely. Good scramble. And he's a mess.
Yeah, that nose is really bleeding very heavily now. So the worry with that obviously is, you know, you start swallowing it, starts going down the back of your throat. Your instinct is to sniff, to breathe in.
Yeah.
It clogs you up. You can't breathe properly. And the longer the fight goes on, you'll find yourself breathing out of your mouth, and that leaves you susceptible to the big hits.
I mean, we're only, what, 3.5 minutes in? It looks like these guys have been in a war already.
Yeah, and it's a great target for Iain Postlethwaite now as well. Just jab that nose. Goes for the flying.
Oh!
Huge shot, knocks the mouthpiece out of Jack Young's mouth, I believe. Well, obviously out of his mouth, I mean Jack Young's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Not sure
Egan Juggler
else
just looking for that break in the action.
That's your business and nobody else's.
Yeah. Slides that mouthpiece back in, and
both guys landing good shots in that exchange. Oh, there's a nice straight right hand there from Jack Young. Goes for the takedown. Does he come out on top? He does in the scramble.
but Postlethwaite, as soon as he elbow, as soon as he hits the mat, he's looking to scramble. He stays busy.
Yeah, you get the impression that if you give Postlethwaite an inch on the ground, he's going to take a mile. And by a mile, I mean one of your arms.
Yeah. Well, Young's going to finish the round on top.
That was a great first round of Pro MMA here at BMF 2 tonight.
That nose is a mess.
Well, we've got a cuts team here, and they're going to do the best they can to stop the flow of blood. We're going to clean up the cage here as well.
Gonna have to. There's a
Thankfully, you and I have stayed fairly spotless so far, Steve.
We're lucky where we got Graham Thomas and Wayne Taylor, two of the best cut men in the business.
My dry cleaner thinks I'm either a hitman or a serial killer,
Yeah.
one of the two. The number of jackets I take in covered in blood. When you get your receipt back and it's just got Dexter written on it. Like you say, you know, it's the importance of having these talented cut people here, Steve. You know, when we first started commentating 10 years ago, or however long it was, a lot of these shows didn't have cut men, and these fights would just get stopped on cuts, and it's a crying shame. So the progression of the sport, it's become a standard thing now. You know, I mean, I've always been of the belief that, you know, a show should have the medical staff first, cuts people, hand wrappers, then worry about the people like us. And that's what we're seeing here at BMF. You know, they've got all the right pieces in place to put on a great, safe, responsible and entertaining show.
Jack Young tried to go high there to open the round. He's trying to in on that clinch, forces Postlethwaite up against the cage. And
nice roll through there from Postlethwaite. Oh, and a big elbow from the bottom, right on the jawline.
He just doesn't know when he's beaten or when he's down as Postlethwaite. He just keeps working.
I mean, these are two incredibly physically strong guys. You can see that just by looking at the grappling exchanges. There's no flow rolling going on here. These guys are forcing each other around this cage, and that's got to be tiring.
Jack Young on top, chipping away at the body. That nose is starting to leak again. Is he on? Nope. Thought he looked maybe to tie up that neck. It's been a grueling round and a half so far.
Yeah, that's the perfect word to describe it, Steve. You know, there's been some nice exchanges on the feet, and there's been some arduous looking exchanges on the mat. Oh, nice combinations there from Young. Takes one back from Postlethwaite.
Postlethwaite does look physically the bigger man at the weight class.
Nice uppercut there from Jack Young. And the roughhouse corner very appreciative of that. Nice left to the body from Iain Postlethwaite, though.
That's a spray of blood as he breathes out there from...
Yeah, well, the corner there, the Hardy Water corner said chin down, hands high. They don't want him being caught by an errant shot. They know how powerful Postlethwaite is. Beautiful level change there. Postlethwaite again trying to roll through. Doesn't make it this time.
This time, no. Jack can work. Listen to his corner there very well. He was telling him not to rush now.
They want the hips close to the mat for Jack Young there.
Yeah, it was that they get the arse down from Jimmy Wallhead, yeah.
On Easter Sunday, Steve, you can't say words like that.
Arse isn't swearing where I'm from. It might be here, but... Good work from Postlethwaite on the bottom.
2 minutes left in the round, and he's looking for the head and arm here. Trying to step over.
Bit slippery though. Good work though, threatening the submission.
Well, it's giving Iain Postlethwaite one more thing to think about if he's hanging out in these positions. Now we've seen some nice short shots there with the elbow from Jack Young. And it looks like the cutman has done a pretty good job on the nose. It's not bleeding as much in this round as it did in the first.
No, only, I mean, you take a look at it now from here.
They
really want him to get his ass down.
But again, coming out on top position in the scramble. Both hooks in now for Jack Young. And now he's going to have a little bit of time to fight for the neck here.
We'll see if Postlethwaite's submission D.
Body triangle, and this is what we call effective grappling. He's got the body triangled. He's advanced to a very strong position, and he's looking for the submission here while landing strikes. He's under the throat with one arm here.
Oh, he has it. Gonna have to hand fight well as Postlethwaite. Thanks to the...
He may not have a choice here.
And there's the tap, and Jack Young does it. What a great win for the Roughhouse man. He gutted that out.
And what a night for the Hardy Wallhead crew.
Yeah, well, the Hardy Wallhead Gym, Team Roughhouse is what they want to be called again, and it's nice to see the Roughhouse back in UK MMA.
I mean, literally one of the cornerstones of the sport all the way through the noughties. You had that legendary, I mean, I suppose it was more of a collective than a team of Hardy and Wallhead and Paul Daly and Andre Winner and all those guys.
Ross and Nick and all of them that came in, and then we had sort of the day that MMA really arrived in the UK, UFC 105. It was Roughhouse night. It's good to see. And what a great win for Jack Young there.
I mean, that was a tough fight. Those guys went hard for the best part of 2 rounds there. And as we said, the grappling exchange is physical rather than, I mean, obviously very technical, but very, very physical too. So credit to both guys. And here's Mr. Saif Khan to make it official.